Good evening, brethren, ladies, and gentlemen, and welcome to our rendition of the Burns Night. I am Peter, your host for the evening, and tonight's performance is being brought to you from the members of the Norfolk Masons Lodge Liaison Group. Many of you would have been out visiting family, friends over the next few weeks to celebrate Robert Burns, but due to the current situation, we sadly cannot meet. So, we at the Lodge Liaisons thought we can't let you miss out, and we would have a go and bring our rendition to you in the comfort of your own homes. This evening, we have the wonderful Danny Beck joining us again for her excellent renditions of some beautiful traditional Scottish songs, along with some poems, and of course, celebrating the haggis with bagpipes. We hope you enjoy the evening. Please grab yourself a wee dram of whiskey or your preferred tipple, because throughout the evening we will be having some toasts. So without further ado, I'll hand you over to Alan Ramsey from Sarah's Lodge, also Provincial Grand Scribee for Provincial Grand Chapter of Norfolk, who was born in Scotland and moved to Norfolk in 1958. Thank you, and over to you, Alan.
Thank you, Pete. Welcome everybody to this virtual Burns Night 2021 by Zoom and Facebook. This is certainly a first for me. Tonight we have the delightful Danny Beck singing a few well-known songs. Great to have Danny here, as she has the voice of an angel. We have the bagpipes of Ray Russell. Ray is an international piper and has piped at the Menine Gate in Ypres. He's piped in Canada, France, Edinburgh. He's also been a star of TV in Japan, to name but a few places. But tonight, for us, he's just traveled back from California Cliffs, that is, near Hemsby, not United States of America. We also have Bernie Doherty, the haggis slayer, who's going to perform the address to the haggis. We have Shirley, who's cooked the haggis, and Ken is going to be eating and stabbing it for us. We have poems from Julian Cox and Richard Green. And all in all, a veritable delight for your senses. So we hope you enjoy yourselves. We also have Victor and the IT team keeping the system flowing. Thanks to them also. So I'll now hand you back to Pete Lovell, our MC for the evening.
Lovely. Thank you, Alan. And thank you for that great introduction. Now we have our first song of the evening from the brilliant Danny Beck. A lot of you will remember her fantastic singing from the Christmas Carol concert. Danny is classically trained, also the head chorister at Norwich Cathedral, and is now a cruise director and entertainer on the high seas. So please welcome Danny singing Loch Lomond.
By yon bonny, bonny banks, and by yon bonny braes, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. He'll take the high road and I'll take the low, and I'll be in Scotland for me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there he'll take the high road and
you, Danny. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Next, we have the piper, Ray Russell. Ray is a true Scotsman, a member of Breckland Lodge. I'm sure a lot of you will recognise Ray as he often appears at Burns Night celebrations in his kilt and playing the bagpipes. So Ray, thank you, and over to you.
Fair fire on his sonsy face, great chieftain, all the puddin' race. Aboon them all ye take your place, pinch stripe of therm. Will ye wordy o' grace as langs my arm. The groaning trencher there ye fell, your hardies like a distant hill. Your pen would help to mend a mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber bead. His knife see rustic labour dicht, and cut you up with ready slicht, trenching your gushing entrails brick like ony ditch. And then, oh, what a glorious sight, warm, reeking, rich. Then horn for horn they stretch and strive, thou tak the hindmost on they drive, till a' their well-swelled kites belive are bent like drums. And I'll give men I'd like to arrive, but thank it hums. Is there o'er his French ragout, or all the all with star sue, or fricassee with maca spew, with perfect scunner, looks down with sneer and scorn for view on sick a dinner. Poor devil, see him o'er his trash, as feckless as a withered rash, his spindle shank a good whip lash, his knave a net. Through bloody flood or field to dash, oh how unfit. But mark the rugged haggis fed, the trembling earth resounds his tread. Clap in his wally knave a blade, he'll mak it whistle, and legs and arms and heads will sned, like taps a thistle. Ye powers who gae mankind their care and dish them out their bill of fare, old Scotland wants nae skinking ware that jumps and luggies. But if you wish her grateful prayer, gie her a haggis. Haggis.
Haggis.
Haggis.
Right, thank you, Ray, for that wonderful playing of the bagpipes. Also to Ken from Norfolk Broads Lodge and his beautiful, glamorous wife, Shirley. Thank you, Bernie, for the address to the haggis, and obviously, thank you and much appreciated. Right, now we have the brilliant Danny singing Caledonia.
I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me. These last few days I've been afraid that I might drift away. I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I come from. That's the reason why we seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Now I have moved and I kept on moving through the points that I needed proving, lost the friends that I needed losing, found others on the way. I've kissed the feathers and left them crying, stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I've traveled hard sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. Let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, that I'm going home. Till I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da. I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest quiet. Flames are cool to get any higher. They've withered now, they've gone. Now I'm steady thinking, my head is clear, and I don't know what I'll do tomorrow when hands are shaken and kisses flowed, and I will disappear. Let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. Till I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Da-da-dee-da-da-da-da. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Thank you.
Well then,
Thank you, Danny. Absolutely beautiful. Now for a poem called Bells of Morshleen from Julian Cox, who is a member of Geoffrey Dicker Lodge and also a member of Norfolk Farmers Lodge. Julian, thank you.
Are you on mute? The bells of Mocklin. In Mocklin there dwells 6 proper young bells, the pride of the place and its neighbourhood all. Their carriage and dress a stranger would guess, in London or Paris they'd gotten it all. Miss Miller is fine, Miss Markland's divine. Miss Smith, she has wit, and Miss Betty is broad. There's beauty and fortune to get with Miss Morton, but armour's the jewel for me of them all.
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers. Thank you, Julian, for that wonderful poem. Now we have Danny singing Amazing Grace.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a
Thank you, Danny. Absolutely superb. Thank you. Now, another poem this time called Scotch Drink, read by Richard Green, who is a member of Angel Lodge and also Worshipful Master of Waveney Lodge in Suffolk. Richard, over to you.
Thank you, Pete. The title of this is Scotch Drink. It had 25 verses originally, and I'm not going to bore you with them all. I'm just going to quote you the ones that are relevant to me and Masonry, and there's comments that have been made about alcoholism in the past. So here we go. Give him strong drink until he wink, that's sinking in despair, and liquor good to fire his blood, that's pressed with grief and care. Let him bouse and deep carouse with bumpers flowing over, till he forgets his love's debts and minds his griefs no more. Let other poets raise a fracas about vines and wines and drunken Bacchus and crabbit names and stories rack us and grate our luck. I sing the juice Scotch bear can mack us in glass or jug. O thou, my muse, good old Scotch drink, whether through wimpling worms thou drink, or richly brown, ram over the brink, in glorious fame, inspire me till I lisp and wink to sing thy name. Let husky wheat the whores adorn, and eight set up their Aldie's horn, and peas and beans at eve or morn perfume the plain. Leaves me on thee, John Barleycorn, thou king of grain. And thank you for listening to a wee timorous beastie.
Thank you, Richard. Very excellently read. Now, I shall pass you back over to Alan Ramsey, who is going to deliver the immortal memory. Alan, over to you.
Thank you, Pete. Well, we're here tonight to celebrate the life of Scotland's greatest bard, Robert Burns, or as he's better known, Rabbie Burns. All around the world at this time of year, a Burns supper is taking place. As one closes in New Zealand, another is opening in Australia, then Singapore, then Europe, United Kingdom, and the United States of America. And so it goes on right round the world in a chain of friend fellowship. For some reason, Burns has been elevated to this high office, even though the English have Shakespeare, the Irish have Joyce, the Italians have Dante, but none have the same standing as Rabbie Burns. I don't know whether it's because these Burns nights are really very, very happy events. As I've attended several, and I can assure you, we usually have a good time. Anyway, Robert was born on the 25th of January, 1759, into poverty and hardship in Ayrshire, in the lowlands of Scotland. He was the oldest of 7 born to William and Agnes Burns. His family occupation was farming, and despite their poverty, his father William ensured an education for his sons Robert and his brother Gilbert, attending a local school for a short time, and they were also tutored by John Murdoch, an 18-year-old private tutor who taught him Latin, French, and mathematics. Robert was known for his womanizing in the local area, but his true love was Jean Armour, and she was the one who was in the poem who Julian just read earlier. But she fell pregnant and her father wouldn't allow her to marry what he considered to be a low-life womanizer. As there was no TV in those days for enjoyment and relaxation, Rabbie started to write poems and songs of his early life and hardship, which went down very well with both the working class and gentry alike. He travelled extensively in Scotland and was well received by the landed gentry, pepping up their dinner parties with his tales and wit. After selling several books and finding fame and fortune, he returned to Ayrshire, and now he was famous, he was finally allowed to marry his true love, Jean Armour. He went back to farming for a while, before he secured a position as an exciseman, a tax collector. Who would have thought a tax collector could be this popular and well known right round the world? He continued to write, but he travelled in inclement weather, combined with the hardship of his early years, possibly hastened his death at the young age of 37 on the 25th of July 1796. He left 12 children that he knew about. His son Maxwell was born on the day of his death. Jean died on the 26th of March 1834, which was 38 years after Robbie's death. He was a man of generous spirit, a soft heart, a quick mind and a sharp wit. He hated snobbery in any form. He's fiercely proud of his humble beginnings, his nationality, his friends and family. He quickly and sincerely gave credit where it was due and pointed the accusing finger of whenever he saw hypocrisy, cruelty, discrimination, or meanness. He doled out compliments and insults with equal generosity and passion, as can be found in many of his writings. Lads and lasses, will you all raise your glasses, and I give you the loyal toast to Scotland's best loved son, to the immortal memory of Robert Burns. Robert Burns.
Robert Burns.
Robert Burns.
Robert Burns.
Robert Burns.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alan, once again. Now, for the final time this evening, we have the fabulous and very talented Danny, who will be singing Auld Lang Syne for us. Please feel free to join in at home and be as loud as you can. Danny, take it away.
Thank you. Old acquaintance be forgot and never put to mind. Should old acquaintance be forgot for Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. And surely you'll buy your pine's help, and surely I'll buy mine, and we'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well done, Danny. Thank you ever so much. Absolutely brilliant. Well, brethren, that concludes our Burns Night evening for you. I would just like to take this opportunity and thank everyone who has taken part. A massive thank you to Danny for assisting us once again for free. I will just say again, for free, with her beautiful singing. She is also available for Masonic Ladies' Nights, weddings, and anything else you'd like just to belt a tune out for. Also, I'd like to thank the members of the media team and IT support, who without them, we wouldn't be able to bring these evenings to you. So thank you ever so much. But mostly, thank you for watching, and we hope you all enjoyed it.